A warm greetings to the Excellencies and the countries of various delegates. The delegates of Argentina, Ms. P. Pavani and Ms. Abdul Gauzia Tabassum. The delegates of Australia, Ms. B. Kausalya Kaumudi and Ms. M. Venkata Dharani. The delegates of Brazil, Ms. V. Satyanandini and Mr. P. Srikanth. The delegates of Canada, Ms. B. Amulya and Ms. Durga Sahiti Batula. The delegates of China, Ms. Jemima Ganji, Ms. Satya Mahalakshmi.
Please keep giving big rounds of applause for our delegates.
The delegates of Egypt, Ms. N. Manju Harshini, Mr. S. Shanmukeshwar. The delegates of European Union, EU, Ms. P. Soumya, Ms. N. Vagdevi. The delegates of France, Mr. P. Lokesh, Ms. B. Mohini Kumari. The delegates of India, Ms. Ishka Gaur, Ms. Rupesh Kumar Chaudhary, Mr. Rupesh Kumar Chaudhary, sorry. The delegates of Japan, Ms. Srishti Chausalkar, Ms. Srishti Agarwal. The delegates of Mexico, Ms. Gauri Chandana Panisri, Ms. K. Rohita. The delegates of Nigeria, Ms. Susmita and Ms. K. Hiranmai. The delegates of Russian Federation, Mr. B. Kishore Reddy. The delegates of South Korea, Mr. M. Jashwant, Mr. D. Praveen. The delegates of United Kingdom, UK, Mr. Mahendra Pratap Verma, Mr. Wasim Ahmad Yahoo. The delegates of United States of America, Ms. P. Jayasri, Ms. Sarishma Mani Sai Lakshmi. I would like to introduce the press team. The reporters, Jashwant, Harsha and Nivedita, the caricature artist, Uday, and the photographers, Banu, Gabriel and Harsha. The PPT is presented by Ajay Leelaman. Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Namaste Bharatvarsh. Bonjour. Hola amigos la bienvenida. The United Nations Development Programme is the United Nations lead agency on international development. We support countries and communities as they work to eradicate poverty, implement the Paris Agreement on climate change, and achieve sustainable development goals. We advocate for transformative change and we connect countries to the resources that they need to help people build a better life. UNDP works across 170 countries and territories to eradicate poverty while protecting the planet. We help countries develop strong policies, skills, partnerships, and institutions so they may sustain their progress. 97 countries supported to generate jobs and livelihoods in the past 2 years. 100 million people benefited from a stronger policy and market conditions for sustainable energy. And $100 billion private capital aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. Partnership is at the heart of everything UNDP does. We offer a nearly universal presence across the world. We are determined to mobilize the means to implement the 2030 agenda through a revitalized global partnership for sustainable development with a focus on the poorest and the most vulnerable. UNDP, in partnership with Yuvamanthan G20, has introduced the Yuvamanthan Model United Nations, an exhilarating academic simulation that propels students into the world of international diplomacy. The students will base themselves for an unforgettable journey where they step into the shoes of the delegate, navigating the complexities of real-world challenges armed with the policies and the perspectives of their assigned nation. The objective of YMUN is twofold. Firstly, we strive to deepen the understanding of the students of the United Nations, fostering a rich educational experience that transcends beyond the traditional classroom. By engaging in stimulations that replicate the structures and decision-making process of the United Nations, the students will gain an invaluable insight into the working of the vital international organization. Secondly, we are dedicated in equipping the students with the skills of diplomacy, negotiation, and critical thinking that are indispensable in today's interconnected world. YMUN empowers them to become knowledgeable global citizens who comprehend not only their own nation's choices, but also the broader implications of these decisions on a regional and global scale. Thank you.
For the smooth functioning of the United Nations General Council, the United Nations General Council is divided into 13 subcommittees. One of those committees is United Nations Environment Program, UNEP. These committees aid in the smooth functioning of the United Nations General Assembly by the Secretary General. Now I hand over to the Executive Director of the United Nations Environmental Program, under whose guidance today this session will be leading.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates and fellow environmental stewards, I am honored to introduce the United Nations Environment Program, the leading global environmental authority. We stand at a critical juncture in human history where our choices will determine the future of our planet. UNEP was born out of the 1972 Stockholm Conference, a response to the urgent need for collective action against the growing environmental crisis. Today, we are the global champion for the environment, setting the agenda and driving action. Our mission is clear: to inspire, inform, and enable nations and peoples to improve the quality of life without compromising the future. We believe in a world where environmental protection and sustainable development go hand in hand. As the global environmental watchdog, UNEP assesses the state of the environment, develops policies, and provides technical assistance to countries. We facilitate international cooperation and coordination because environmental challenges know no borders. We focus on 7 key areas. We work to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote renewable energy. We protect and preserve natural habitats and ecosystems. We promote sustainable management of chemicals and waste. We strengthen the laws and institutions to protect the environment. We promote sustainable consumption and production patterns. We reduce the environmental impact of disasters and conflicts. We protect and restore ecosystems, preserving natural resources. Because the future of the planet depends on it. We are the voice for the voiceless, the advocate for the planet, and the catalyst for change. At UNEP, we believe in the power of collaboration, innovation, and collective action. We work with governments, civil society, and the private sector to drive positive change. As the Executive Director of UNEP, I pledge to continue our mission to protect the environment and promote sustainable development. I urge you all to join us in this critical endeavor. Let us work together to address the environmental challenges of our time and shape a future where people and planet thrive in harmony. Thank you.
The esteemed delegates of various countries are represented according to the proportionate presence of the population and also the area space of the continent in this Yuvamanthan Model United Nations. Now it's high time to introduce our delegates about their political, geographical, and ethnical parameters of their respective country. Now I invite the delegates of the country Argentina to propose their country profile within a time span of 3 minutes.
Buenos días. Good morning to Honorable Jury, Chair, and esteemed delegates. Argentina is officially known as Argentina Republic. The word Argentina derived from Argentina, means silver. Believe that silver mines are abundant in this region. It is the second largest country present in the southern part of South America. Argentina covers an area of 2.78 million square kilometers. The neighboring countries are Chile to the west, Bolivia, Paraguay to the north, Brazil to the northeast, and Uruguay to the south. Argentina was founded on 9th July 1816. Argentina has federal government whose current president is Javier Milei and vice president is Victoria Villarreal. The capital city of Argentina is Buenos Aires, and some of the major cities in the country include Tucumán, Rio de Plata, Rosario. Argentina's current currency is peso. Argentina's current GDP is $1.245 trillion. Argentina's climate varies by region, from north and airy deserts and tundra to modern temperate areas to lush humid subtropical regions. Argentina's military comprises 55,050 active soldiers. The population of Argentina is around 45 million. Argentina's main collaborators are Brazil, Venezuela, Chile, Uruguay, China, Russia, and USA. It has complex relationships with UK, Falkland Islands, Iran, Hezbollah, regarding tourist organizations, and Bolivia on allergy and trade issues. Argentina's ethnic composition is mostly European in mestizo. 97% of the population is of European descent, mostly from Spain and Italy. 3% of the population is from mestizo. Argentina's official language is Spanish, but the other languages spoken in the country include Italian, English, German, and French. Argentina's quality of life is affected by a number of factors, including cost of living, safety, and political freedoms. One survey found that 51% of the respondents rated Argentina's health as good. Argentina's culture is very rich. Natural beauty with Patagonia's mountains to Iguazu's falls. The natural resources of Argentina include copper, gold, silver, lithium, iron, manganese minerals. Energy resources like shale oil, nitrogen, coal, hydroelectric power stations, wind and solar power. Rich soil and fertile plains are present in Pampas region of Argentina. And extensive grasslands are present in Patagonia region of Argentina. Argentina's main imports include machinery and equipment, electronics, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, with countries like Brazil, China, and United States, fertile soils, and huge desert plains.
A very pleasant good morning to respected jury, chief, and my dearest esteemed delegates. G'day, Commonwealth of Australia. Australia, the smallest continent and one of the largest countries on Earth, lying between Pacific and Indian Oceans in southern hemisphere, comprising of total land of 33 lakhs 10,000 square miles. Neighboring countries are Indonesia, East Timor, the Solomon Islands, and New Zealand. Coming to physical features of the country, the world's smallest and flattest continent has Earth's oldest and least fertile soils and huge desert plains. Australia experiences a variety of climatic conditions. The country has total population of 27 million approximately according to 2023 census. Major ethnic groups of Australia are European, Anglo-Celtic and English. Official language of the country is English. Canberra is the nation's capital, while its most popular cities are Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. Australia outperforms the average in income. Strengths of Australia include geographic proximity to dynamic Asian countries, richly endowed with mineral resources and high tourism potential. Australia ranks highly for quality of life and a well-developed market economy. Australia was officially founded on a British colony on January 26, 1788.
Australia has a federal parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy. Anthony Albanese is the current Prime Minister leading the Australian Labor Party. As of recent estimates, the Australian Defence Force has approximately 60,000 full-time personnel and about 30,000 reserve members. Australia has several key partners: United States, United Kingdom, Canada. Australia has strategic and diplomatic disagreements with some nations such as China, Russia. As of 2023, Australia's GDP is approximately USD 1.6 trillion. Australia is rich in a variety of natural resources, including coal, iron ore, natural gas. The currency of Australia is Australian dollar. Australia's major exports include iron, coal, natural gas, gold. Australia's major imports include petroleum products, vehicles, machinery and equipment. Australia's biggest trading partners are China, Japan, South Korea, United States. Australia faces significant challenges in managing environmental risks while transitioning to sustainable low-carbon economy. Thank you.
Delegates of Brazil can present their country profile.
Hola, Colombia.
Esteemed delegates, Brazil is a developing nation. The official name of country is Federative Republic of Brazil. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Brazil is the largest country in South America and it is the fifth largest nation in the world, covering 4,500 miles. Brazil shares a common border with 10 neighboring countries and also has borders with every South American country except Chile and Ecuador. Brazil is mostly tropical in north and temperate in south. Geography includes mountains, plateaus, rainforests, rolling hills, wetlands and miles of coastlines, and also have largest river, Amazon River, and largest lake, Lago dos Patos. The population of Brazil is 21.53 crores and ethnics are mixed, white, black, indigenous and Asian. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese. Major cities of Brazil include Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Salvador and Belo Horizonte. Brazil outperforms the average in civic engagement and underperforms the average in income, jobs, education, health, social connections and life satisfaction. Brazil occupies 62nd place according to Quality of Life Index.
Brazil was founded on 7 September 1822 and the type of government is Federal Presidential Constitutional Republic. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is the current president of Brazil. The Brazil military has 360,000 active personnel and reserve personnel of 340,000. Brazil is currently seeking a permanent seat in United Nations Security Council and an alliance among Germany, India, Japan for the purpose of supporting each other's bids for permanent seats. There are no hostile party countries because Brazil tends to act as diplomatically as possible. GDP of Brazil is 1.92 lakh crore USD. Brazil has natural resources of tin, iron ore and phosphate and also large deposits of diamonds, manganese, chromium, copper and bauxite. The currency of Brazil is the Brazilian real. Major exports of Brazil includes petroleum oils, soybean, iron, maize and beet sugar. Major imports of fertilizers, insecticides, vehicles, tractors and motors. Brazil's biggest trading partners are China, US, Argentina, Netherlands. Thank you.
Respected jury, chair and esteemed delegates, hello. Bonjour. Canada is a bilingual country with both English and French as its official languages, though English is more widely spoken across most of the country. Canada has been recognized globally for its leadership in peacemaking, diplomacy and human rights. It contributed significantly during both world wars and played a major role in post-war rebuilding efforts. It is celebrated for its multiculturalism and exclusive immigration policies, fostering a diverse and tolerant society. The nation is well known for its diverse and expansive physical features like mountain ranges, boreal forests, temperate rainforests, and has a vast network of lakes, rivers, and also includes Arctic tundra and has the longest coastline of any country with Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic oceans. Canada is proud to be a publicly funded universal healthcare system where the government provides healthcare to all the citizens, providing funding through taxes. Upon Confederation in 1867, Canada was adopted as the legal name, modified from the Dominion of Canada. Canada is the second largest country, which covers 3.8 million square miles. The 10 provinces and 3 territories makes the largest country in North America. Canada is happy to be surrounded by USA, Greenland, and Saint Ferry and Magellan, which is a French archipelago. Ottawa, the capital city of Canada, is known for its beautiful architecture, including Parliament Hill and its vibrant cultural scenes. As of 2023, Canada is home to 40 million. It is a highly diverse country with rich ethnic composition of Asian, African, Latin American, European and indigenous people. Canada is a country with a constitutional democracy and a parliamentary monarchy. As of 2023, Canada is having its GDP, which is 2.21 trillion US dollars and which is nearly 3 trillion Canadian dollars. As a major source of fresh water and energy sources, Canada relies its economy mostly on oil resources and energy producing, which at the same time puts a lot of pressure on the freshwater systems. So we need a clear, sustainable resource. Shifting to that would be a slow process, but yet we are ready to bring the change. Canada is a member of several international agencies like North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Canada has disagreements which should be dealt with some countries like China and Korea regarding the human rights. We are fortunate enough, as Canada is fortunate enough, to address our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's words in the UN Assembly 2017. We are Canada. Thank you.
Delegates of China are permitted to present their country profile.
Honorable Jury, Chair Committee, esteemed delegates, good morning one and all. Ni hao. China is a land of traditions and martial arts. Officially known as People's Republic of China, is located in Eastern Asia with 3.7 million square miles of land. Neighbors of China include India, Pakistan, Russia, North Korea and Vietnam. 1/3 of China is occupied by mountains. Mount Everest sits on border between China and Nepal. China has thousands of rivers, including Yangtze River, which is longest river in Asia. Dense forests, hills, valleys, deserts, plateaus, etc. All these constitute physical features of China. China has diverse continental climate. The land of dragon is world's second most populated country with 1.43 billion people, with major ethnic groups, Yuan, Wei, Miao. Mandarin is the official language of China. Other languages spoken are Mongolian, Korean, Tibetan, Hakka, Min, etc. Capital of China is Beijing, the city of emperors. Some major cities include Hong Kong, Wuhan, Shanghai. China's rich history and traditional continues to shape daily life, festivals and values. Air, water pollution, climate change impact quality of life. China had a remarkable performance at 2024 Olympics in Paris, securing a total of 91 medals.
China was founded on October 1st, 1949. China follows people democratic dictatorship type of government which is governed by state chairman Xi Jinping. Han Zheng, Li Qiang are some of the important leaders of China. The Asian superpower has 2,035,000 active soldiers and 510,000 reserve soldiers. Russia, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Romania, Mongolia have friendly relationships with China, whereas Japan, United States, Taiwan and India have complex relationships. China has a total GDP of 70.96 lakh US crore dollars, with natural resources like coal, natural gas, oil, iron ore, tungsten, tin. Yuan is currency of the sleeping giant. Some of the major exports of China in workshop of the world include textiles, machineries, furniture, plastics and metals. Some of the major import includes raw materials, grains, automated parts, pharmaceuticals and luxury goods. European Union, United States, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam and Australia are biggest trading partners of the Red Dragon, Seychelles.
Egypt are permitted to present their country profile.
Marhaba, Honorable General Secretary, Jury and all the delegates. Arab Republic of Egypt. Egypt is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Gaza Strip of Palestine and Israel to the northeast, Sudan to the south, Red Sea to the east and Libya to the west. The Gulf of Aqaba separates Egypt from Saudi Arabia and Jordan. The climate is generally hot and dry, especially in the desert regions. In contrast, the coastal areas and Nile Delta experiences a mild Mediterranean climate with cooler winters and some rainfall. Summers are scorching and winters are mild and pleasant. Egypt is famous for its Great Pyramid of Giza, Sahara Desert, White Desert and many old civilization monuments. Egypt has one of the oldest civilization with its roots going back to 3000 to 100 BCE. However, Egypt modern officially exhibited on June 18, 1953. Egypt is semi-presidential republic. It has executive branch headed by the president and legislative branch consists presidential.
The president holds the significant power in this structure. The president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and the prime minister, Mustafa Maghbouli. Egypt has one of the largest military powers in Africa and Middle East. It has approximately 450,000 active duty personnel in military with an addition of 480,000 reserves As of 2024, Egyptian population is approximately 109 million people. The capital of Egypt is Cairo. The quality of life in Egypt varies depending on the location and the socio-economic status. Urban areas like Cairo and Alexandria offer more amenities and job opportunities, but also face challenges like traffic congestion and pollution. Rural areas may have a lower cost of living but might lack access to healthcare and education. Overall, Egypt is experiencing a mix of modern growth and ongoing challenges with efforts to improve infrastructure and social services. The total gross domestic product of Egypt as per 2024 is approximately 420 billion US dollars. Egypt is rich in natural resources such as oil, natural gas, phosphates, limestone, gypsum and manganese. Egypt also has significant agricultural resources including cotton, rice and fruits. The currency of Egypt is Egyptian pound. The major exports are petrol and petroleum products, and the major imports are machinery and equipment and few food products. Egypt's biggest trading partners are China, United States, European Union, South Korea and Saudi Arabia. Thank you. European Union can present the country profile.
Hello to all the esteemed delegates, Honorable Secretary and jury. The European Union is a political and economic union of 27 European countries. Flag for the European Union features a circle of 12 gold stars on a blue background. This stands for the ideals of unity, solidarity and harmony among the people of Europe. One of the most notable successes of the European Union is its ability to maintain peace in a region that was historically fraught with conflict. The European Union origins lies in the aftermath of the World War II, and it stands as a symbol of reconciliation, having turned former adversaries into allies. Its ability to unite 27 nations gives it significant weight in international forums, allowing it to mediate conflicts, negotiate peace agreements, and promote multilateralism. This global diplomacy reflects the European Union's commitment to dialogue and peaceful resolution of disputes. The size of European Union is approximately 1.6 million square miles. Neighbors are Russia, Turkey, the United Kingdom, and Ukraine. The European Union has diverse physical features, from the Alps in the Central Europe to the flatlands in Northern Europe. Highest peak is Mont Blanc in the Graian Alps, 15,782 feet above sea level. Population is about 447 million people.
With regard to ethnic composition, predominantly European ethnic groups such as Germanic, Slavic, Latin and others with increasing diversity are present due to immigration. The European Union has 24 official languages including English, French, German and Spanish. Capital of European Union is Brussels and Belgium as its unofficial capital. Major cities include Paris, Berlin, Rome, Madrid and Amsterdam. Quality of life is high in most areas with access to universal healthcare, quality education and strong social services. European Union was established on November 1st, 1993 and includes democratic institutions like the European Parliament, Council of the European Union and European Commission. The European Union does not have a unified military, but member states contribute forces to joint missions. North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO play a key defense role for many members. Allies include the NATO members, United States of America, Canada and other democratic nations. Challenges come from the countries like Russia due to Ukraine conflict. Thank you.
France can present the country profile.
Bonjour. Good morning to the Honorable Jury, Chair and all the esteemed delegates. France is a country renowned for its stunning landscape, rich history and vibrant culture. Officially known as the French Republic, is located in the Western Europe. It covers an area of approximately 246,640 square miles, making it 43rd largest country in the world by land area. France is bordered by Germany, Belgium and Monaco. The country is known for its diverse physical features from the snow-capped Alps to the sun-kissed Mediterranean coast. France's climate is equally diverse, influenced by the geographical location and landscape, leading to the varying weather patterns across the country. This diversity is mirrored in the country's population, which as of 2021 is approximately 67.2 million people. France ranks as the 20th most populous country globally. Ethnic composition is predominantly native French with 85 to 90% of the population. French is the official language. The capital city, Paris, along with the major cities like Marseille, Lyon, Nice, Nantes are the key urban centers. The quality of life in France is generally high, with robust healthcare, education and social benefits. French culture is deeply rooted in its cuisines and leisure activity and a balanced work-life environment.
Politically, France is a unitary, semi-presidential, constitutional republic. Its modern history began in 1799, leading to the establishment of Napoleonic Empire. The president is elected for a 5-year long term, and the government includes a prime minister, a bicameral legislature, and an independent judiciary. France maintains a military force of around 2 lakh to 2,05,000 active personnel. It has strong alliances within the European Union, North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO), and with global partners like Australia, Japan, South Korea, India, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina. However, France also faces opposition from several countries such as Turkey, Russia, China, North Korea, Syria, and Libya. Economically, France had a GDP of $2.98 trillion. The country's national resources include both renewable and non-renewable energy sources. The euro is the official currency. France's major exports include aircraft and automobiles, while its imports primarily consist of machinery and vehicles. Germany, Italy, Belgium, Spain, and the United States are the France's biggest trading partners. By concluding, France is proud to host the 2024 Summer Olympics and Paralympics, which were the biggest event held in the country. Thank you. Delegates of India.
Namaste, esteemed delegates and Honorable Chair. India stands before you today as a nation whose diversity, culture, and global significance continue to shape the world. Officially known as the Republic of India, it is situated in South Asia, sharing borders with Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, and maritime borders with Sri Lanka. Covering 1.27 million square miles, India is the 7th largest country in the world, with diverse landscapes like the Himalayas, Thar Desert, and extensive coastlines. The climate varies from tropical in the south to temperate in the north, with monsoons playing a vital role in agriculture. The tricolor of Indian flag represents courage, sacrifice, truth, peace, purity, and land's prosperity. Additionally, the Ashoka Chakra symbolizes the eternal wheel of law and progress. India is home to over 1.4 billion people, making it the second most populous country globally. It boasts rich ethnic diversity with Indo-Aryan, Dravidian, and Mongoloid communities. Hindi is the official language, and with English as a subsidiary official language, and 22 other regional languages recognized. Major cities such as New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Bangalore are economic and cultural hubs. The Indian government is committed to improving living standards across the country, particularly in healthcare, education, and infrastructure.
India gained its independence on August 15, 1947 and operates as the Federal Parliamentary Democratic Republic. Its current president is Draupadi Murmu and the Prime Minister is Narendra Modi, who have initiated the theme Life, that is lifestyle for environment. With over 1.4 million military personnel, India governs one of the largest military in the world. India maintains a strategic partnership with US, Russia, Japan, while navigating complex relationship with the neighboring countries. India has proven its potential in the genre of sports in the current Olympics and Paralympics by achieving 9 additional medals this year. Its economy is one of the largest in the globe, accounting for the GDP of $3.7 billion. The nation is rich in natural resources such as coal, iron ore, and petroleum. Its major exports include textiles, IT service, and pharmaceuticals, while imports focus on the crude oil, machineries, Key trading partners include US, China, and the UAE. In conclusion, India is a beacon of diversity, cultural richness, and economic dynamism. It plays a vital role in the global affairs. As a member of the United Nations, India remains dedicated to international cooperation and the advancement of humanity. Thank you.
Japan can present their country profile.
Konnichiwa, Honorable Chair, Jury, Secretariats, and esteemed delegates. Japan or Nippon, the land of rising sun, has a complex and rich culture with the perfect blend of ancient tradition with modern innovations. Japan is an archipelago of 4 major islands as Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu, with other thousands of smaller islands. Japan covers around 377,975 square kilometer area, with its capital being Tokyo. Japan is a constitutional monarchy with bicameral legislature. The current Emperor of Japan is Naruhito and Prime Minister as Fumio Kishida. Being the third largest economy in the world with nominal GDP of 4.21 billion USD as per 2023, Japan has achieved a significant economic growth. The currency of Japan is yen, ranging from robotics and sustainable technologies to AI and media. Japan has been introducing the world to cutting-edge technologies like bullet train, QR code, Android robotics, and whatnot.
Building upon the points listed by our fellow delegates, Japan has a population of 123.9 million. Being in a geologically unstable area, Japan faces thousands of tremors, earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, and for that, Japan has robust warning systems. The world is not unaware of the rich cultural heritage of Japan, with its temples and beautiful shrines. The major religions followed in Japan are Shinto and Buddhism, and to some extent, Christianity. Japan has been a driving force of technological advancements and is eager to extend its helping hand and doing whatever possible to land into sustainable development goals within the stipulated time, such as the recent Osaka Blue Ocean Vision in 2019 at G20 Summit held in Japan. Replicating the words of then Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's statement at the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit 2015, Japan will steadily implement assistance to the most vulnerable countries and will actively contribute to achieve fair and effective international framework. So hereby, Japan would like to conclude the statement by reiterating our determination to tackle with the top priority matters that concern majority of the nations, and in turn formulate feasible solutions together towards a sustainable future. On a positive note, we may not have it all together, but together we can definitely have it all. Thank you.
Can present their country profile.
Good morning, respected jury, delegates, and check. Hola. The official legal name of Mexico is United Mexican States. It is in the southern portion of North America. It is covering 17,52,550 square kilometers. It is the world's 13th largest country by area, with a population of about 130 million people. It is 10th most populous country and has most Spanish speakers in the world. Mexico borders include north, the United States, southwest, the Pacific Ocean, southeast, Guatemala, Belize, and the Caribbean Sea. West, the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico is a land of extremes with high mountains and deep canyons in the center of the country, sweeping deserts in the north and deep mountains in the southeast. The climate is tropical with rainy and dry season, with little temperature fluctuation from season to season. With regards to ethnic makeup of Mexico, it is covering 60% Mestizos, 27% Native Americans, 9% white Mexicans. Mexico has a rich linguistic diversity with hundreds of languages spoken throughout the country. It does not have an official language, but Spanish is the national language. Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. Mexico's most populated cities include Mexico City, Tijuana, Leon, Puebla, etc. The quality of life for an average person living in Mexico is moderate, with positive aspects like vibrant living, low cost of living, vibrant culture, and leisure options, but also challenges related to income inequality, healthcare access, and safety concerns in certain areas.
Mexico City was originally founded on March 13, 1325. Mexico is a federal republic. So the power to rule Mexico is divided between three branches. These are the presidency, the Congress, and the courts. Andrés Manuel López Obrador is the 65th and current president of Mexico since 2018. The Mexican Army has an active duty force of 261,773 men and women. Mexico total GDP is 1,269 billion US dollars. Mexico has a variety of natural resources. Mexico is a top producer of silver in the world and a significant producer of gold, copper, zinc, iron. Mexico is one of the world's largest producer of goods. The Mexican peso is the official currency of Mexico. Mexico exports petroleum, gold, avocados, tomatoes, and copper. Mexico imports machinery, transport equipment, chemicals, and consumer goods. US, Mexico largest trading partner. China, third largest trading partner. EU, second largest export partner. Canada, Chinese Taipei, and South Korea are the destinations for Mexico exports. Thank you.
Delegates of Nigeria can present their country profile.
Koyo. Good morning, esteemed delegates, honorable chair, and respected jury. Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Nigeria, official name is the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a developing nation. Nigeria is in West Africa between the Sahel to the north, Gulf of Guinea to the south, in Atlantic Ocean. Covers an area of 3,56,669 square miles with a population more than 230 million. Nigeria shares border with Republic of Benin in west, Chad and Cameroon in east, Niger in north. Tropical climate. It has Nigeria climate include tropical monsoon in south, tropical savanna in the center, and hot and semi-arid conditions are seen in north. Nigeria have a population of 21.85 crores and is the sixth most populated country. Ethnic composition includes 250 groups like Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo, and Kanuri.
English is the official language and other language includes Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Kanuri. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria and major cities include Lagos, Kano, Ibadan, Jos. Nigeria was founded on 1st October 1960 and it follows Federal Republic type of government. Nigeria's president is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria's military has more than 230,000 active personnel, associates with India, Australia, Canada and France, and have a complex relationship with Ghana, Cameroon and Argentina. Naira is the Nigeria's currency. GDP in 2022 was 47,261.46 crore USD. Natural resources of Nigeria are natural gas, coal, tin, iron ore, limestone, zinc and lead. Nigeria's major exports include petroleum oils, mineral or chemical fertilizers, cocoa beans, coconut, soya bean, refined copper and copper alloys. Nigeria's major imports include vehicles, machinery, nuclear reactors, electrical and electronic equipment, wheat and vaccines. Nigeria maintains good trade relationship with China, Belgium, Netherlands, France and United States. Thank you.
The delegate of Russia could present their country profile.
Good morning to the distinguished General Secretaries, jury and esteemed delegates. It's an honor to introduce the Russian Federation, a country of immense significance across various domains. Russia, the largest country in the world, spans over 17 million square kilometers across Eastern Europe and Northern Asia, with a population of approximately 146 million. Russia's capital, Moscow, stands as a major economic, cultural and political hub. Economically, Russia plays a crucial role in global markets, particularly through its rich natural resources including oil and natural gases. These sectors significantly impact international trade and energy dynamics, making Russia a key player in economic discussions. For an environmental perspective, Russia's vast and diverse landscapes from the taiga to the tundra pose both challenges and opportunities for sustainable development. Russia's involvement in global environmental agreements and its approach to preserving biodiversity are critical topics in international sustainable efforts. Culturally and historically, Russia boasts a profound legacy with contribution to literature, music, and art. Figures such as Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and Tchaikovsky have left a lasting impact on global culture, which the rich tradition and heritage of Russia continues to influence the world. In the realms of global security and international relations, Russia role as a permanent member of United Nations Security Council and its strategic geopolitical position make it a central actor in discussion on global stability and diplomatic relations. In conclusion, the Russian Federation stands as a pivotal nation with profound influence across multiple dimensions, from its vast geographical expanse and significant economic impact to its rich cultural heritage and strategic role in global security. Russia plays a crucial role in shaping international affairs. As Russia proceeds with the discussion and collaborations at this conference. Thank you.
The delegates of South Korea could present their country profile.
Good morning to Honorable Jury, Sir, and esteemed delegates. South Korea, officially known as Republic of Korea. Korea is some 50 mile long peninsular country located in the easternmost part of the Asian continent. The area of South Korea is 38,750 square miles with 2,413 kilometers of coastline. The only country that shares a land border with South Korea is North Korea, and the countries that share a maritime border with South Korea are Japan, China, and North Korea. South Korea tends to have a humid continental climate and a humid subtropical climate and is affected by the East Asian monsoon with precipitation heavier in summer during a short rainy season called Jangma. Population is 5.14 crores as per 2023 population census. Coming to the ethnic composition, 95% of population is North Koreans, whereas remaining 5% include Chinese, North Americans, Vietnamese, and other few minorities. South Korea has an official language Korean, although Japanese, English, Mandarin are widely spoken and understood. Capital is Seoul. Seoul has the largest population, which is 10 million, followed by 5 major metropolitan cities. Busan, Incheon, Daegu each have approximately 3 million people. Cities with a population of more than 1 million include Daejeon, Gwangju, Ulsan, Cheonsi, Joyangsi, and Changwonsi.
Republic of Korea was formally established on August 15, 1940 and is a constitutional democracy governed by a president and bicameral legislature. President Yoon Suk-yeol, Prime Minister Han Duck-soo. The Korean Armed Forces is one of the largest and most powerful standing armed forces in the world, with a reported personnel of 36 lakhs, in which 5 lakhs are active and 31 lakhs are reserve personnel. South Korea is 5th largest in the world as per military. South Korea's GDP was estimated to be around $1.7 trillion in 2023 according to the World Bank report, and is 14th largest economy in the world. Currency is won. Natural resources include coal, iron ore, tungsten, timber. Major imports include natural gas, coal, semiconductors. Our largest trading partners are China, USA, Vietnam, Japan, Hong Kong, Gamsanga.
Delegates of UK can
Delegates of UK can present their country profile.
Good morning to all esteemed delegates, respected jury and chair committee. From the misty hills of Scotland to the bustling streets of London, the United Kingdom stands as a testament to the power, tradition and innovation, guiding the world towards a brighter future. The United Kingdom is a highly developed nation that exerts considerable international, economic, political, scientific and cultural influence. In the past month, the United Kingdom has experienced significant unrest with riots sparked by far-right groups in the various cities like London, Manchester and Southport. These riots have been fueled by anti-immigration sentiments and disinformation on social media. Encourages counter-protests from anti-racist groups. UK is founded in May 1, 1707 with parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy type of government. Country's official name is United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. UK is located in northwest of mainland of Europe with area of 80,823 square miles. The neighbouring country of UK are the Republic of Ireland, France, Belgium, Germany, Denmark, Norway, UK having temperate, maritime, cool climate.
The population of UK is 67,981,218 with white 81.7%, Asian 9.3%, black 4.2%, mixed or multiple ethnic group 3%, 2.2% of the population identified as other ethnic group. The official language of UK is English spoken across the country. The capital city is London and the major cities are Birmingham, Leeds, Manchester, Cardiff. The quality of life for average person is generally high. The PM of UK is Keir Starmer and Charles III is the King of UK. The UK famous leaders are Keir Starmer, Rishi Sunak and Winston Churchill. The GDP of UK is $3.495 trillion. The natural resources of UK are coal, petroleum, natural gas, limestone, gypsum, and UK is exporter of these products to other countries. The imported products of UK includes computers and electrical equipment and industrial machinery. Thank you.
Delegates of USA can present their country profile.
Hello, controversial esteemed delegates. The United States of America is a global leader in democracy and innovation, with a commitment to liberty, human rights, and international cooperation. Located in North America, has a population of over 330 million and spans 9.8 million square kilometers, making it the third largest country by size and population. Its economy valued at $27 trillion as of 2024. Thrives on innovation, trade, and energy resources such as oil, natural gas, and renewable technologies. The United States is a major global exporter of aircraft, machinery, and agricultural products. Washington, D.C. serves as the capital, housing the government institutions like the White House, United States Capitol, and Supreme Court. The American flag, often called Old Glory, features 13 stripes representing the original colonies and 50 stars for each state. The colors symbolize values like bravery, purity, and justice. The United States has a diverse population with a wide range of ethnic groups. English is the most widely spoken language, and Spanish and other languages are also common.
Under the leadership of President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, the United States maintains strong military alliances including NATO and partnerships in the Asia-Pacific region. However, it faces ongoing challenges and adversaries like China and Russia. The United States ranks first in the economic size, military spending, and cultural influence, though it faces challenges in healthcare, education, and environmental performance. The United States shares borders with two countries, Canada to the north and Mexico to the south. The United States has military around 2.1 million personnel, comprising 1.3 million active duty members and 8 lakh reserves, and National Guard members as of 2024. The United States exports a range of goods including aircrafts, automobiles, and electronics, while importing with China, Canada, Mexico, and European Union being its top trading partners, resulting in the trade deficit. The key priorities include economic growth, national security, healthcare, education, climate action, social justice, infrastructure, and foreign policy.
with a focus on promoting democracy, addressing global challenges subject to change with new administrations. Thank you.
The session is adjourned for 15 minutes. The session commences. Your Excellencies and fellow citizens of the globe, we gather today to address a pressing issue that requires our collective action, the impact of our lifestyle on the environment. We must act now to avert the impending climate crisis. According to NASA, atmospheric carbon dioxide has never been more than 300 ppm in the last 8 lakh years. Today, it's creeping up to 420 ppm. Ice sheets across Himalayas have shrunk 10 times faster in the past decades than in the last 7 centuries. Global sea levels are predicted to rise between 2 and 6 feet by 2100, according to NASA satellite data. According to Swiss Re, the global economy could lose up to 18% of GDP by 2050 if no climate action is taken. The way we live, consume, and produce is causing irreparable harm to our planet. Climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution are just a few consequences of our unsustainable habits. But I stand before you today with hope that we can change, hope that we can choose a different path. Now the delegates of various countries are invited to actively participate in paving the path to combat climate change. Yes, the delegate of India is permitted.
Namaste. Vasudev Kutumbakam. Earth is our shared home. Earth is everything for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. India proposes a mantra, life, lifestyle for environment to combat climate change. India is the first country to include life in its nationally determined contribution. It connects the power of people for protection of earth and teaches them to utilize it in a better way. Mission Life makes fight against climate change democratically, in which everyone can contribute within their capacity. It inspires us to do all that can be done in our everyday life to protect the environment. It's crucial for the world as environment degradation and climate change impact ecosystem and population across the globe. Nearly 3 billion people are projected to experience chronic water scarcity due to droughts at 2 degrees centigrade warming. It is estimated the global economy will lose up to 18% of GDP by 2050 without urgent action by one and all.
Individual actions is the core of climate responsibility. Climate-friendly approach is needed to adopt by the individuals. We need to embrace life, turning to a global mass movement towards an environmentally conscious lifestyle. Life is not just a national aspiration but a global call too. It approaches for save resources, reduce the consumption, adopt sustainable living, say no to single-use plastics. For living a more environmentally friendly lifestyle, we want an unmoderated caucus for 10 minutes over the theme Save Resources.
Can the time be permitted for 20 minutes?
Due to the time constraints, the unmoderated caucus would be restricted to 10 minutes over the theme Save Resources. Sponsors are invited to present their operative clauses.
Emphasizes the traditional methods of water creation by practices like Dojengyang irrigation system and mulching in China, cisterns, canals and shadows in Egypt, soak pits and step wells in India, grey water reuse in United States of America. Encourages the desalination in efficient way by introducing the alarm system and pH control.
Further remains to use traditional methods of water purification like traditional Chinese medicine made of herbs, moringa seeds in Argentina, red mats and alum usage in Egypt, ceramic filtration in France, riparian buffers in United States, solar disinfection in Mexico.
Recommends use of irrigation methods like drip irrigation, crop water stream index, gravity precipitation irrigation for efficient water usage.
Supports managemental practices like integrated water management, floating solar panels on the Nile, floodplain management, water pricing reforms.
Endorses the use of modern technologies like NASA water recovery system, chemical dosing system, and membrane bioreactors with nanofiltrations.
The other sponsors are also invited to present their operative clauses.
Global greenhouse gas emissions to limit global temperature increase to below 2 degrees Celsius.
Urges a shift to renewable energy sources such as wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, solar energy, hydrostatic energy and hydropower.
Supports introduction of e-vehicles, hybrid vehicles and solar vehicles to reduce the usage of non-renewable energy.
Encourages implementation of technological advances such as zero house emissions. Encourages implementation of technological advancements like green hydrogen, fuel cell, zero emission house and smart grid technology. Recommends cooperation among coal importing nations by formation of trade treaty. Supports the implementation of robust carbon pricing mechanisms. Calls upon achieving net zero emissions by 2050 and the necessity of a balanced approach to maintaining economic stability while addressing environmental responsibilities.
Resolves to achieve carbon neutrality by encouraging decarbonization practices and artificial photosynthesis. Decides to revert to traditional practices that will reduce dependence on energy sources.
As a resolution has been drafted, you must accept the terms of the resolution. Are there any points on the floor? If there are any, we may go for a moderated caucus. Countries interested to debate are requested to raise their placards. Egypt is requested to take the floor.
Water is essential for human survival and plays a crucial role in many aspects of our lives. Drinking water, agriculture, energy production, ecosystem balance, industrial processes, hygiene sanitation, recreation, climatic regulation, supports biodiversity, and economic development are the some of the key importance of water. Water wastage in Egypt is a significant concern given the country's reliance on Nile River for all of its freshwater resources. The issue stems from several factors like inefficient agricultural practices, urban water management, industrial pollution and climatic regulation. Egypt has a rich history of water conservation techniques dating back to ancient times. Here are some traditional ways of conserving water in Egypt. Nile water, floodwater harvesting, cisterns, canals and shadows. Along with these traditional methods, some modern methods are also used. Improved irrigation, water recycling and reuse, public awareness campaigns, education on water conservation.
In 2022, European Union and Egypt signed a joint declaration to enhance the cooperation on water resource management. This agreement focuses on improving water efficiency, developing sustainable water practices, and supporting technological innovations in water management. This collaboration is particularly significant given Egypt's challenges with water scarcity due to its reliance on the Nile River and increasing demands for its growing population.
The European Union support includes technical assistance and funding for projects aimed at improving water infrastructure and management practices in Egypt. These joint efforts underscore the importance of international cooperation in addressing global water challenges. Egypt is glad that European Union supports Egypt in water conservation and acknowledges European Union efforts by which Egypt got some advancements, but with citizens are facing water crisis. China would like to advise on following traditional methods that include Chinese medicine, which is Chinese water chestnut, water lily, water plantain, bamboo in treatment of water. And then using of ancient water conservation techniques like Dongjingyang irrigation system, reuse of grey water and desalination, creating natural buffer zones to filter pollutants.
In South Korea, a few traditional ways to conserve water for irrigation purpose are floodplain farming and growing drought-tolerant crops such as millets and sorghum.
Mexico likes to recommend water pricing strategies to encourage water conservation and efficient use. Integrated water management includes coordinating efforts between different sectors such as agriculture, industry, and urban planning to manage pollution sources more effectively. Solar disinfection, which focuses on utilizing renewable solar energy, can eliminate up to 99% of the pathogens, which is cost effective and efficient to use. Water filters for purification like activated charcoal UV filters are of best usage. 10% of Canada's GDP is from oil and natural gas industry, which makes it one of the largest sector in the country's economy. But this puts a significant pressure on the freshwater system, especially in the regions like Alberta's oil sands. So, Canada would like to propose innovative strategies like water recycling through closed water loop systems, oil sand extraction, oil sand operations, and hydraulic fracturing. The United States is committed to supporting Canada's energy industry by sharing advanced technologies and expertise in oil extraction. We offer collaboration in areas like enhanced oil recovery, steam-assisted gravity drainage, and advanced drilling techniques. Canada is thanking United States of America for their support. The United States of America addresses the complexities of water management, particularly in western states like Arizona, California, Colorado, and New Mexico, which faces water crisis due to climate change and Colorado River depletion. Recommends a comprehensive and integrated approach incorporating both traditional and modern methods such as grey water use for irrigation and other non-potable purposes, riparian buffers and wetland restorations for water purification by filtering pollutants and sediments, maintaining water quality, crop water index for implementing irrigation techniques that monitor soil moisture and detect water stress in crops. Technologies like NASA's water river system for water recycling and purification. Argentina faces similar problem and wants to sign a bilateral agreement focusing on water management and technology exchange. These agreements could outline specific areas of cooperation such as joint research projects, technology transfer, and collaborative water management strategies. And the delegates have spotlighted water crisis in their respective nations and their openness to promote new innovations. Conservation of available water becomes essential in this scenario. Japan's Bubble 90 is one such technology which uses a nozzle and that can be attached to tap and it efficiently reduces water by 90%. The particular device has already been installed by Japan in Sydney Flemington Market and it was a great success that was reviewed by Sydney itself. Water scarcity is a significant issue in France, particularly in the southern regions, due to the factors such as droughts, climate change, and increased agricultural demands. France would like to expand drought management plans, particularly in the regions most affected by water scarcity, to mitigate the impact of future droughts and ensure adequate water supply during the periods of low rain. France urges the continued investment in modernizing water distribution networks and treatment plants to reduce inefficiencies and ensure reliable water supply to all regions. France implemented water pricing reform 2005. Those who pollute or use more water will pay more. India suggests that reverting back to the ancient times, implementing groundwater recharge and water harvesting systems in every house. Step wells like Baulis or VAP, found in the states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and step wells are large, multi-level structures that are built to store the rainwater and serve as a source of water in the dry seasons.
Now, the delegates are requested to be time-bound. Now there is a moderated caucus over the Save Energy theme.
Deeply concerned about the cost of energy in the United Kingdom, having risen significantly, particularly during and after the COVID-19, as well as the ongoing 2022 Russia-Ukraine war, having disrupted the global energy supplies.
Taking into consideration that Charity National Energy Action NEA has estimated that total number of UK households in fuel poverty has significantly increased from approx 4.5 million in October 2021 to 6.7 million in October 2022.
Argentina supports United Kingdom and would like to add, using solar panels on the vehicle to run them would cut much more use of fossil fuels and can add to the constant source of energy.
The time for this moderated caucus is 10 minutes.
European Union supports the United Kingdom.
Major supplier of natural gas to Europe has significantly reduced or halted its exports to the European Union. This has led to energy shortage and increased prices. With the cut-off of Russian gas, electricity and heating costs surged across Europe, causing inflationary pressures and economic strain.
With a statement given by the European Union, Russia has addressed that the ongoing tension between Russia and its bordering countries had led to a destabilization in oil production all over the country, leading us to control oil exports to other countries. Russia prioritizes its people and its needs as well as the Russian economy.
European Union adopts multiple sanctions against Russia, including ban on reloading services for Russian liquefying natural gas on European Union territory for the purpose of
shipment operations to third countries, ban on new investments for the completion of liquefying natural gas projects under construction. The European Union has increased exports from other countries such as Norway and Qatar, along with the United States of America for liquefying natural gas. The European Union has actively sought to diversify its energy sources to reduce reliance on Russian natural
gas and oil. The Repower EU initiative was introduced to accelerate the transition away from Russian fossil fuels, include massive investments in solar, wind and hydrogen energy production to reduce reliance on fossil fuels.
France faces some challenges regarding energy sources, including nuclear energy dependence. France relies heavily on nuclear power. Around 78% of its
electricity generation, which poses risks and challenges such as aging nuclear plants, waste management and disposal, public perception and acceptance. Renewable energy targets. France aims to increase its renewable energy share, especially solar and wind power. France aims to reduce energy consumption and improve efficiency, but building insulation and retrofitting needs are significant. Transportation sector emissions
remain high.
Australia is the world's second largest coal exporter, with coal accounting for 60% of nation's electricity generation and a carbon footprint of 21.4 carbon dioxide per capita, significantly contributing to global carbon emissions. Hence, recommends cooperation with coal importing nations since we are planning to reduce coal exports further to reduce carbon emissions.
Coal is primary energy source of China, according to its
0.7% of its total energy consumption. As Australia suddenly wants to reduce its coal exports to decrease carbon emission, China being the largest importer of the coal from Australia, accounting up to 60% of its total imports, China may face severe energy crisis and huge economic loss. So China requests Australia to reconsider their decision.
The time is 5 minutes left. Make your discussion a summative one.
Having taken into consideration the loss mentioned by the esteemed delegates of China, Australia affirms China to ensure the gradual phasing out of coal rather than sudden decrease in coal exports and hence together transition to cleaner energy sources by maintaining energy security.
China appreciates Australia's efforts in reconsidering the decision and giving a right to
response. Canada appreciates Australia regarding converting to renewable energy. Canada has expertise in clean technologies, renewable energy systems, and carbon capture solutions. Helping Australia develop its renewable energy sector provides Canadian companies opportunities to export technology and services, driving economic growth and job creation in Canada's clean tech industry. Australia accounts for 59.6% of total Japanese coal imports. Japan aims for net zero emissions by 2050, and hence Australia's stand on reduction of coal exports is appreciated. As Japan ranks 6th in the world in terms of renewable energy generation capacity and 3rd in the world in terms of solar energy generation, we look forward to shift to renewable energy sources by emphasizing
use of clean burning hydrogen, artificial photosynthesis, zero emission housing, fuel cells, and carbon recycling.
South Korea requested technologically advanced countries like Japan for assisting technical aids such as solar panels and wind turbines, which are more efficient.
Japan is willing to extend
technological support to not only South Korea but other nations who are struggling with carbon emissions and is willing to make progress in clean-based strategy, carbon neutrality, and energy efficiency. For running the EV initially, the energy source has to be fossil fuels. Only due to sudden increased demand of EV in the market, how is it going to help in conserving the non-renewable resources? India agrees to the statement proposed by Canada.
It suggests that we are not going to implement e-vehicles directly. We are going on the genre of hybrid vehicles as mentioned. These vehicles include both fossil fuels as well as the electrical machines so that we can enjoy, we can prevent the degradation of fossil fuel to a higher extent gradually.
UK wants to add along with India that electronic vehicles may rely on fossil fuel grid, but they still reduce emission and
improve energy efficiency. It is much cleaner than traditional way.
Help in bring long-term goal of UK to achieve energy conservation.
Isn't technologies all the nation supports and all of us combined make a beautiful world without water scarcity and conserve energy by using renewable energy resources.
Now, the floor is open for voting over the draft resolution with amendments. The final draft resolution operatives are: it emphasizes the indigenous traditional methods of water conservation and utilization practices. It encourages desalination in efficient way by inducing the alarm systems and pH controls. Reminds to use the traditional methods of water purification. Recommends the use of irrigation methods like drip irrigation, proper water stream index. Supports the managemental practices like integrated water management, floating solar panels. Endorses the use of modern technologies like NASA water recovery system. Recalls the Paris Agreement to reduce the global greenhouse gas emissions to limit the global temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius. Urges a shift of renewable energy resources such as wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, solar energy, hydrostatic energy, and hydropower.
supports the introduction of e-vehicles, solar vehicles and hybrid vehicles, encourages the implementation of technological advancements like green hydrogen, fuel cell, zero emission house, smart grid technology, recommends cooperation among coal importing nations by forming a trade treaty, supports implementation of robust carbon pricing mechanisms, calls upon achieving the net zero emissions by 2050, resolves to achieve carbon neutrality by encouraging decarbonization practices and artificial photosynthesis, decides to revert to traditional practices that will reduce dependence on energy resources. Who are in favor of this resolution?
Please raise your placard so the Secretariat may note your names down.
Countries abstaining from voting are requested to raise their placards.
Countries against the motion?
The results of the voting are 14 by 15. Brazil has abstained from the voting, and 14 countries including Argentina, Australia, Canada, China,
Egypt, European Union, France, India, Japan, Mexico, Nigeria, Russia, Korea, UK and USA have participated in the voting in favor of this resolution.
The chair declares the resolution on the topic saving of energy and water resources by regulatory and traditional practices is now passed.
Are there any motions on the floor? Egypt is permitted.
Egypt wants to moderate its caucus over the draft resolution.
The main authors and sponsors, one from India, Japan, France, Argentina, of the draft resolutions, adopt sustainable and healthy lifestyle, are invited to the podium to present their operative clauses.
Declares ban on single-use plastic and implement 3R policy to make all plastic packaging and goods reusable or recyclable by 2050. Draws the attention on sustainable and renewable alternatives like metal in India, cloth and recyclable paper washing in Japan, and eco-labeling worldwide.
Raising awareness among people by conducting campaigns, announcing regards and punishments in this regard, and enforcement of organic standards and policies. Emphasizes to reduce food wastage by public awareness and campaigns. Encourages local available seasonal foods to reduce the dependency on imported foods.
Recommends shift of economy based to hydroponics for GM crop production to save the depleting natural resources. Accepts promoting traditional dietary practices, portion control guidelines, and supporting work-life balance like meditation and yoga.
The floor is open for amendments of draft resolution.
Renewable sources, since the single-use plastic is impacting health and as well as environment. Supporting India's statement on renewable sources, Japan is making effort by using recyclable sources like plastic and paper washing. France encourages eco-labeling products, plastic-free zones, mostly in tourism areas, to control the usage of PET and single-use plastics.
Russia wants to implement sustainable development goals and to ban single-use plastic.
Canada has been practicing ban on specific single-use plastics. As of 2022, Canada has introduced a ban on several single-use plastic items that are typically found in landfills and oceans. The sale of the banned plastic items is being phased out starting from December 2023. By the end of 2025, Canada will ban the export of the listed banned single-use plastics, ensuring the reduction of plastic waste extends beyond its borders. Since Canada introduced its ban on single-use plastics and implemented waste management reforms, there has been a visible reduction in the plastic litters in public spaces, parks, and coastal areas. Reducing single-use plastics has helped protect marine life and ecosystems from plastic ingestion and entanglement. The decrease in plastic waste entering the Great Lakes and the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans has helped protect aquatic species and prevent damage to their sensitive habitats. Now the floor is open for amendments of draft resolution. EU is permitted. European Union wants to integrate with Argentina to practice sustainable no-till farming and regenerative agriculture and align Argentina practices to European standards and also promote the imposed reform system to recycle the plastic.
China would like to suggest implementation of bamboo products such as bamboo baskets, toothbrushes, straws, hairbrushes, and usage of bioplastics like cornstarch and edible cutlery alternate to the plastic cutlery. China also wants to encourage practice in traditional martial arts, implementation of national fitness program, healthy eating campaigns, adapting digital technologies like health apps, providing subsidies for gym memberships, fitness classes as a way to implement sustainable healthy lifestyles.
Single-use plastic as on sudden banning may lead to economic disturbances.
Japan wants to completely replace the usage of single-use plastic by 2050 by implementation of RRR policy, reduce, reuse, recycle.
India encourages repurposing of old clothes. For example, old sarees are sent to Garba's beautiful quilts, rugs from old blankets, and turners from jute sacks, etc. India also encourages use of organic waste by the use of plant-based, wooden, and other cookeries, and metal utensils and storage vessels like steel, copper, etc. Hot beverages can be served in clay pots, often called cooler. It will also lead to healthy lifestyle. Now session is open for points of information on healthy lifestyle. Egypt is permitted.
Egypt wants to increase the awareness about the mental health issues and provide the better access to the mental health services, promote like mindfulness, meditation and stress management techniques, and inducing strict restriction and regulations over the tobacco and alcohol.
Japan is following the concept of hara hachibu, where people eat until they are 80% full, and embrace nutritional and traditional diet consisting of green vegetables, fish, and herbal tea. Along with that, Japan understands and emphasizes the immense benefits of mindfulness practices. Not forgetting to mention, Ikigai, a Japanese way of life, is the first item that comes to anyone's mind when talking about a healthy lifestyle. Through Ayurveda, which focuses on balancing different elements, that is, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, through natural remedies, herbal treatments, and lifestyle modifications, practices such as Panchkarma are encouraged to maintain health and longevity. India has been the birthplace of yoga and meditation, which are integral to mental and physical well-being. There is a growing movement towards mindful consumption, particularly of herbal drinks like neem, tulsi, and ginger tea. France, through following traditional dietary methods and by maintenance of work-life balance, it is promoting healthy lifestyle and recommends inclusion of social connection initiatives and approval overall well-being.
highlighting Japan's commitment to zero hunger and responsible consumption and production goals. It is of utmost importance to bring up challenges of food wastage and overdependence on imports. In order to combat these over challenges, Japan encourages a shift to locally available seasonal food and enhancing Japan's agricultural sector.
Argentina as genetically modified crop production is a main economic concern because of its dependence on natural resources like Grand Chaco forest. Argentina wants to change its basis for genetically modified crop production to hydroponic by reducing water usage and its seepage. Implementing such basis for genetically modified crops production to regenerate the depleting natural resources and also sustain GDP.
Argentina also wants to strictly implement forest laws, transparency in land use practices, and ensuring the conservation of reserve forests set by the government.
The Amazon plays a critical role in global food system, and any change in land use practices influence food production, supply chain, and sustainability goals. Deforestation rates in Brazil have been on the rise due to agriculture expansion, logging, and illegal land grabbing, particularly under past political administration. The UK has asked Brazil to
enforce stricter policies on land use and protect indigenous territories, which are often encroached upon during deforestation activities.
Brazil acknowledges the concerns deforestation rates and Brazil is committed to addressing it. Brazil would like to emphasize that Brazil have implemented robust policies and enforcement mechanisms to protect our forests and indigenous territories. Additionally, Brazil have invested heavily in sustainable agriculture and rural development initiatives to provide alternative livelihoods for those who may have previously relied on deforestation. Brazil welcomes international cooperation in this regard.
Argentina shares Brazil's deep concern for the preservation of Amazon rainforest. Argentina believes that this is a critical issue that requires a collective global effort. Argentina is ready to collaborate with Brazil and other countries to address the challenges of deforestation and promote sustainable development in the region. Argentina is confident that by working together can find effective solutions to protect the Amazon for future generations.
Canada is fortunate enough to assist Brazil in forest management and conservation. Canada's knowledge in sustainable forest management developed through its own efforts to protect its vast boreal forests. This can assist Brazil in managing and protecting the enormous and hugely beautiful Amazon rainforest from deforestation and illegal logging.
Brazil appreciates Argentina's and Canada's effort to collaborate on addressing the challenges of deforestation in the Amazon forest. Argentina and Canada's willingness to partner with Brazil is a testament to Brazil's shared commitment to environmental protection and sustainable development. Brazil believes that a collaborative approach is essential to effectively tackle this complex issue. Specific areas where Brazil would appreciate Argentina and Canada's assistance include sustainable forest certification, indigenous community engagement. Thank you.
Now the floor is open for amendments of draft resolution. EU is permitted.
European Union wants to integrate with Argentina to practice sustainable no-till farming and regenerative agriculture and align Argentina practices to European standards and also promote deposit refund systems to recycle the plastic. China would like to suggest implementation of bamboo products such as bamboo baskets, toothbrushes, straws, hairbrushes, and usage of bioplastics like cornstarch and edible cutlery alternate to the plastic cutlery. China also wants to encourage practicing traditional martial arts, implementation of national fitness program, healthy eating campaigns, adapting healthy digital health technologies like health apps, and providing subsidies for gym memberships, fitness classes as a way to implement sustainable healthy lifestyles.
Now the session is open for voting on the final resolution consisting of operative clauses like declares ban on single-use plastic and implement reduce, reuse, recycle policy to make all plastic packaging and goods reusable or recyclable by 2050. Draws the attention on sustainable and renewable alterations like metals in India, cloth and recyclable papers, washi in Japan, and eco-labeling worldwide. Encourages raising awareness among public by conducting campaigns, announcing rewards and punishments in this regard, and enforcement of organic living standards or policies. Emphasizes to reduce food wastage by public awareness and campaigns, encourages local available seasonal foods to reduce dependency on imported foods. Recommends shift of economy based to hydroponics for GMO production to save the depleting natural resources. Accepts promoting traditional dietary practices, portion control guidelines, supporting work-life balances through meditation and yoga. Those who are in favor of resolution, please raise your placards. Those who are not in favor of resolution, those who abstain the resolution,
USA, Australia, Nigeria, Mexico. The resolution on the topic adopt sustainable and healthy lifestyle was passed with a majority of voting of 11 out of 12. The countries in the favor of resolution are Argentina, Brazil, Canada, China, EU, France, India, Japan, Russia, Korea and UK. Who are against it is Egypt. Now the chair says adopt sustainable and healthy lifestyle resolution is passed.
The first resolution passed today, this evening, was on the topic saving of energy and water resources by regulatory and traditional practices. The problems that are currently being faced by the world include rapid urbanization, pollution of rivers like Parana, Yangtze, Nile, Yamuna and Colorado, climate change leading to precipitation changes in patterns as well as scarcity and droughts, poor managemental practices in agriculture, contribution of fossil fuels towards global carbon dioxide emission due to excessive dependence on import of fossil fuels, as well as the supply and demand balance in developed nations. The solutions proposed by the sponsoring countries, Egypt, Mexico, United States of America, United Kingdom, India, European Union, France, Japan, China, Argentina, Canada, Australia and South Korea, with the signatory of the Russian Federation, propose that we emphasize on indigenous traditional methods of water conservation, adopt desalination processes and adopt traditional methods of water purification, for example, purification of medicines and herbs by China, moringa seeds in Argentina, red mats and alum usage in Egypt, recommends the usage of novel irrigation methods like drip irrigation, crop water stream index, supporting new managemental practices and modern technologies, reducing global greenhouse emissions to limit global temperature, recalling the Paris Agreement, a shift to renewable energy sources, introduction of novel vehicle technologies like electronic vehicles, solar vehicles and hybrid vehicles,
technological advancements like green hydrogen, fuel cells and zero emission house, formation of trade treaties, robust carbon pricing mechanisms and net zero emissions by 2050, including decarbonization and artificial photosynthesis while reverting to traditional practices. Addressing the General Assembly, United Nations Environment Programme in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme under Yuvamanthan Model United Nations. Session 2, the topic Regulation of Consumption of Resources to Control General and Electronic Waste Production. The problems faced include dumping of hazardous waste leading to pollution, processing of waste by informal recyclers leading to environmental and health hazards, unregulated landfills with poor managemental practices. The sponsors: European Union, Republic of India, United States of Mexico, Nigeria, Russian Federation, United States of America, France, Brazil, Japan and Republic of Korea, with the signatory of China, propose that we implement the pay-as-you-throw system, adopt a circular economy strategy, adoption of segregation of materials into hazardous, non-hazardous, recyclable and non-recyclable materials, acceptance of initiatives like extended product responsibility and electronic waste management system, EPR and EWMS respectively, initiation of incineration projects, and drawing attention to the Tokyo 2020 Medal Project initiative taken upon by Japan. Session 3, addressing the General Assembly, United Nations Environment Programme in partnership with United Nations Developmental Programme under the Yuvamanthan Model United Nations. The problems faced by the countries include health impact due to presence of PETs and microplastics in food, problems due to demand policy of single-use plastics, over-dependence on imported food as well as deforestation, on a global level, food wastage, limiting human potentialism due to consumerism, limiting of human potential primarily by consumerism. The sponsors, India, Japan, France and Argentina, along with the signatory of Egypt, recommend that we implement RRR policy, that is, recycle, reuse and replace by 2050. We draw attention to the production of sustainable and renewable alternative resources in countries like India and Japan, as well as eco-labeling of products. We encourage conducting of campaigns to reduce food wastage, encourage locally available clothes and foods, and reduce dependency on imported foods. A shift of economy based to hydroponics to increase GMO production, as well as promote traditional dietary practices, portion control guidelines, as well as work-life balance to meditation and yoga. We have come to the end of third session and we have successfully passed 3 resolutions. Thank you everyone.
That prioritizes sustainability, equity and justice. A lifestyle that recognizes the intricate web of life and our place within it. Let us save our planet by reducing our carbon footprint, conserving resources and promoting renewable energy. Let us reduce our waste, reuse what we can and recycle with purpose. Let us adopt sustainable agriculture practices, support eco-friendly industries and protect natural habitats. And let us say no to single-use plastics, pollution and environmental degradation. This is not just a call to action, it's a call to transformation, a transformation of our individual and collective habits. We owe it to ourselves, our children and future generations to act now. Let us work together to create a world where lifestyle and environment are in harmony. Thank you.